Hi, everybody. Eric the Ontarian talking about the Me Too movement. I know it's a little controversial, but in the end, if now we have managers that are male that are refusing to, don't want to, or afraid to work with females and mentor them and guide them, that creates an issue in itself, and we can't have that. It's getting down to the point where I've talked about having dash cams in the car for liability reasons and that you're recording what you're doing in case there's people who make accusations. I think we're at the point, are we? Where then if you're a male supervisor and you have females, you have males, you have anybody, so you don't want any type of allegation, harassment, sexual, um, being tyrannical against your employees. Are we at a point that you need a sign at your front door to your office that says, this is all being videotaped, audio at all times when you come in my office? It might be there. Don't be surprised when you see it the next little while.
If I was a man, and I'm not a man, but if I was a man, I wouldn't hire a woman. I wouldn't do it. And I say it all the time, and I say that, and that is something that women need to consider when they're talking about this stuff. When you are saying that a man complimenting you and saying, I really like your outfit today, is a form of sexism. If you're a man, why hire a woman, right? So you've fought all this time to be able to get into the workforce only to say these are going to be the rules. You know, if you say anything, even if you compliment me, if you look at me, anything, I'm going to have a reason to fight you. And by the way, you're going to want to settle and pay me because even just the stain of an accusation is enough to ruin men. So if you're a guy, right, in this society, in this Me Too environment, in this litigation rich environment of misogyny and sexism and all of these claims, what is the value add? What's the risk? You know, the benefit and the risk. I can't do the analysis and say, I'd just be like, no, I'm just not hiring anyone. Give me all the men.
Some of you guys out there are overblowing your sense of the Me Too movement and using it as a reason to avoid asking women out. And I just want to tell you that's not what Me Too is about. Me Too is about power differentials. It's about sexual harassment. It's about sexual assault. It's not about asking women out, okay? It is about asking women out, hearing the word no, and keeping going and badgering women. Yes, don't do that. But it's still okay if a woman has given you the eye contact and smile and let you know she's available, to ask her out. And if you hear no, move on. That will keep you safe from Me Too.
I am so sick of this idea that we should always accept that in every situation a woman is a victim. I'm not empowered by that. I don't find that to be empowering, right? The Me Too movement to me disempowered women because it said women never know what they're doing. They just are always little flowers and men take advantage. The truth is that women take advantage too. And the easiest thing for women to sell to get what they want is sex, right? This is what Tag the Sponsor proves. I want to be rich, I want to have money, and I don't want to work, so I'm going to sell sex. I have no talent and I want to be an actress, so I'm going to sell sex. Sex is a power that women have. Being beautiful is a power. Being aesthetic, being feminine is a power that women have, and women tend to wield that power heavily throughout society.
There is currently a trend in corporate hiring where women are being overlooked in favor of men. This is often justified by claiming that men are more work efficient, less likely to raise concerns about sexual harassment, and don't take maternity leaves. From this perspective, it seems logical for corporations to choose men over women. However, in the context of the Me Too movement, unintended consequences have arisen. Many men are now hesitant to mentor or train women in the workplace due to fears of being accused of harassment. Some attractive women find themselves passed over for career opportunities because male hiring managers see them as potential risks. While it's crucial to take sexual assault seriously and raise awareness about it, there is also a concern among men about unintentionally crossing boundaries. For instance, something as simple as offering a congratulatory hug or disciplining a female employee could potentially be misinterpreted or lead to accusations down the line. This situation presents a complex challenge where both the legitimate concerns of sexual harassment and the unintended consequences of the Me Too movement need to be addressed in a balanced and fair manner. In the wake of the Me Too movement, many male hiring managers and their colleagues have become more cautious and vigilant in their interactions with female co-workers. It has become common practice to avoid private conversations with women, refrain from closed-door meetings, and steer clear of any form of mentoring. Even casual conversations by the water cooler or in the hallway have become more restrained, and humor is often avoided altogether. The workplace has taken on a colder and more isolated atmosphere as a result. Men often find themselves sticking together, acting as witnesses for each other in case of any potential false accusations. Unfortunately, some have experienced firsthand the damaging effects of such accusations, as happened to a friend of mine. Fortunately, my friend has since moved on to a new job where his interactions are primarily public and limited to what is necessary for work. He maintains a strict policy of never being alone with a female co-worker, always keeping the door open or having a third party present if necessary. He avoids any situation that could be misconstrued, and he is cautious not to offer help that might lead to misunderstandings. Many other men are following suit, choosing to avoid potential risks and protecting themselves from the possibility of their lives being disrupted by false accusations or misunderstandings. It's a challenging situation where individuals are navigating the balance between professional conduct and self-protection in a changing workplace landscape. The fear of being falsely accused of sexual harassment is a significant concern for many men in the workplace today. Even though I have no intention of harassing any woman, the mere possibility of an accusation, whether true or false, could potentially destroy my career. In the unfortunate event that an accusation is proven false down the line, the damage to my reputation and career would still be irreparable. There seems to be a lack of checks and balances in the Me Too movement, which initially aimed to address men abusing their power in relationships with women. However, it has evolved into a broader movement where even minor incidents or misunderstandings can have severe consequences for men's careers. This includes situations like the Aziz Ansari case, where a bad date resulted in public scrutiny and career repercussions. While I understand the importance of addressing harassment and creating a safer workplace for women, it is concerning that Me Too is now being used for minor offenses such as tasteless jokes or a prolonged glance. Losing one's career over such incidents seems disproportionate. Ultimately, the unintended consequence of men distancing themselves from women in the workplace is a result of the environment of fear and uncertainty created by the Me Too movement. The Me Too and Believe Her movements, once seen as separate, have now been perceived by many men as essentially the same thing. This has led to a predictable response among men in the workplace: avoidance. This avoidance culture, while seemingly bringing peace and quiet, poses a significant challenge for women across various professions, from upper management to janitorial staff, and even to traditionally male-dominated fields like firefighting. To illustrate with a hypothetical example, firefighters have a crucial duty to rescue people from burning buildings. However, if they are avoiding contact with women, this could mean that women in such perilous situations may not receive the necessary assistance. Female firefighters may also find themselves excluded from units, leading to potentially tragic outcomes where both the victim and the rescuer are lost. The growing trend of men avoiding contact with women in the workplace has broader implications beyond just mentorship and career opportunities. It may result in essential services not being readily available to women, and the reinforcement of exclusive boys' clubs within organizations. The Me Too movement has inadvertently made it challenging for women to navigate and establish themselves in these environments. In my own experience as an employer, I faced a dilemma when an efficiency analysis revealed male employees to be more productive than their female counterparts. This led to a choice between creating a potentially risky environment for returns or removing female employees from the company. Given the focus on results in our work, the decision was straightforward. I opted not to renew contracts for female employees and moved towards a more online-based work structure. This movement has forced employers like myself to confront difficult realities and has fostered a work culture that is often detrimental to women. In the end, business decisions are based on pragmatic considerations rather than emotions. If men are proven to be more efficient workers and women are perceived as hindrances to team cohesion, then decisions are made accordingly. Anyway, that's all for today on Manhood. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe buttons, and also click on the notification bell to be the first to know when I drop a new video. If you find value in my videos, you can show your support through PayPal or Cash App. The links are in the description. See you next time. Cheers!